that's all that I ask. The running of a household, a straightforward task. The children, the servants, are all your domain, whilst I remain the sovereign of Cherry Tree Lane. Cut! Winifred Jimmy gave 6 nannies in the last 4 months, and they've all been unqualified disasters.
A nanny should govern, a nanny should rule. A nanny is a paragon who suffers no fool.
Our nannies are stalwart, our children would gain by having such a nanny in Cherry Tree Lane. Briefcase. Umbrella.
If only we could find someone like your old nanny.
A few women alive can manage Miss Andrews' stands-up efficiency. Besides, we can never afford someone of her caliber. Now, place an advertisement in the Times stating that Jane and Michael Banks require the best possible nanny at the lowest possible wage.
Father, you've written our own advertisement.
What on earth?
Please, George, I think we should hear it.
If you want this choice position, have a cheery disposition, rosy cheeks, no war. That's just what I put in. Play games, all sorts. You must be kind, you must be witty, very sweet and very pretty.
Well, of all the ridiculous.
George, please.
Take us on outings, bring us treats, sing songs, bring sweets. We won't hide your spectacles so you can see. Put toads in your bed or pepper in your tea. Hurry, nanny, many thanks, sincerely, Jane and Michael, thanks.
Now, would you please go to the nursery and let me get to work?
We're only trying to help.
Well, it won't help anyone to make me late.
Good morning.
Well, yes?
I've come in answer to the advertisement.
What advertisement? We have replaced any advertisement.
Now, let's see. Plays games, all sorts, which I most certainly can. Take us on outings, give us treats.
Michael, it's our advertisement.
Rosy cheeks, fairly pretty. There's no objection on that score, I hope.
Well, not at all.
Glad to hear it.
But do take it up with Mrs. Banks. She handled all those sides of things. Nothing domestic has anything to do with me. And don't forget the references.
I make it a rule to never give references. Oh, I see. I'll see the children now, thank you. Oh, of course. You'll find they're very nice children. Now, this is, Mary Poppins. Jane, don't stare. And close your mouth like you're not a codfish. Best foot forward, spit spot. Mrs. Brill will be having a nanny.
She passed the interview then.
Or I did. A very tidy nursery, I must say. Tidier than I was expecting. And who's responsible for that?
Mrs.
Me.
Bert. I am. I like to keep things neat.
Do you indeed? Well, if there's one thing I appreciate, it's a child's word I can depend on. Now, stand over there. A noisy, mischievous, troublesome little boy.
Show me. A noisy, mischievous, troublesome.
Now you. Thoughtless, short-tempered, and untidy.
I don't believe you. Let me see. What about your measurements, Mary Poppins?
I'm practically perfect in every way.
Practically perfect.
So people say, each virtue virtually knows no bound. Each trait is great and patently sound. I'm practically perfect from head to toe. If I had a fault, it would never dare to show. I'm so proud.
chimney, chim chimney, chim chim charoo. I does what I likes, and I likes what I do. Today, I'm a screever, and as you can see, a screever's an artist of highest degree, and it's all me own work from me own memory. Mary Poppins!
It's nice to see you, Bert.
Well, I must say you do look swell.
We can't know you. You've just arrived.
I wasn't born 1 minute before I walked into your house, Thanks. Have you met these two, Bert?
I've seen them run around chasing a kite.
It isn't a real kite.
So, what are you up to?
Mary Poppins says it's a game. It's called A Walk in the Park. Some game? I'd rather eat spinach.
Come along, Bert.
You can't come with us. You're too dirty. And we don't want to go to the stinky park anyway.
Oh, yes, you do, because when you take a walk with Mary Poppins, you go to places you've never dreamed of. All that it takes is a spark, and something as plain as a park becomes a wonderland. All you have to do is look on new, then you'll understand why it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes your heart so light.
Oh, really?
When the day is gray and ordinary, Mary makes the sun shine bright.
You do talk nonsense, Bert.
Oh, happiness is blooming all around her. The daffodils are smiling at the dawn.
I haven't the faintest idea.
When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band.
But you've enough grass for all of us.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
Boring, just like other nannies thinking. Parks are good for us. It's just standing up to grannies. I don't understand all the fuss. Is she doing it to spite us? We could lose her for a lark. Perhaps it's all a bluff. I'll tell you what, she seems so different, but I bet she's not. There is nothing to excite us in the park. What was that? You're quite wrong, you know. When you take a walk with Mary, anything can happen. Who are you? I'm Neleius. I wouldn't have a century to take a walk on a sunny day like this. Each man without his dog will stand agog to see a statue take a gentle jog. Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes your heart so light. Let's take his wagon on his Mary to take. Makes the sun shine bright. Oh, happiness is moving all around you. The daffodils are smiling at the door. When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band. It's a jolly holiday. Wonder that it's Mary. Wonder that it's Mary that we love. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. Mary Poppins, how long will you stay?
We'll see.
You won't leave us, will you, Mary Poppins?
I'll stay until the wind changes. Now run along in.
Jane and Michael want to say goodnight.
I will tell them you have given me the message.
George, please. Oh, Father, we've had the most fantastic day. We sang with the busker and we danced with the statue. You wouldn't have approved.
If you knew that, then why did you do it?
Could I have a kite? A proper one?
Well, could you fly it?
You could always teach me.
Well, now, when would I have time to do that? Now, would you please let me get on? Good night.
Poor Michael. All he cares about is flying kites.
Oh, well, I used to love flying kites at this age, but my nanny and Sergio soon frightened it out of me.
Is it out of the question to do without a nanny?
Oh, well, don't be absurd. All the best people have nannies, so the wives can do charity work and entertain. Which reminds me, how is your tea party coming on?
I'm not quite sure. Seems so odd to send out invitations to people I hardly know.
But they're people you should know. Remember, by your friends shall ye be judged.
But that's the point. They're not my friends.
Winifred, dearest, I'm only thinking of you. Are you going to say something to Mary Poppins about this afternoon?
I don't think so.
Very well, but just make sure she's doing things our way, and not hers.
Winds do change, tides can turn, sink or swim, see what you learn. Me, I was told when I was small, just learn a trade, so I learned them all. Chim chimney, chim chim, cheree.
What about the cake?
It's just out of the oven, and too hot to be iced, or touched for that matter.
Are you quite sure you know how to ice it?
Quite sure.
Mother wants you in the drawing room. She said you could tell Robertson and Anya what to do.
Does she indeed?
Please, Miss Brill. I don't mind. Honest.
All right, I will give you one task and one task only. Put the icing tools next to the cake. Do you think you can manage that?
Is that all?
For you, yes. For me, no. I swear, a slave in ancient Rome was on a pleasure cruise compared to my life in this house.
Robertson and I, bring me the cake. Whoa!
What have you done? Robertson, I? Oh dear. Should I call a doctor?
I don't think that'll be necessary, ma'am. Children, you know how important my party is. You deserve some very nasty medicine just you wait till bedtime.
Oh, I don't think we should wait till then, ma'am. Why don't you go up and get changed?
We'll clear up, won't we?
But we're not ill. I won't take it, and you can't make me.
In that, as in so many things, your information is faulty. Open.
But it's strawberry ice.
Now you.
I'm not sure I like strawberry ice.
I'm not sure I care. Open.
Lime cordial.
Now off we go, you two. Michael, I know you like to keep things neat. Jane.
Must be. Can't Robertson and I do when he wakes up? He's a 7.
With that attitude, you get through a lot of stuff before you're very old. Besides, in every job that must be done, there's an element of fun. You find the fun in step, the job's a game, and every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake. A look, a spring, it's very clear to see that a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in a most delightful way. The honey bees that fetch the nectar from the flower to the comb never tire of ever buzzing to and fro.
Because they take a little nip from every flower that they sing.
And hence, before they find
Their task is not alright. On a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
The medicine go down.
Medicine go down.
win. None of them.
Oh, do you think we chose the wrong day?
No, ma'am. I think you asked the wrong people.
In a most delightful way.
Mary Poppins, where are we going today?
I thought we could play our next game.
What game?
A visit to the bank.
That's a sort of game. Did Daddy agree? If he did, you must have put the idea in his head somehow.
What an impertinent thing to say. Me putting ideas into other people's heads, really?
Precision and order, causing a wheel, opening a leisure, closing a deal, prudence, investments, financial sense, our perfect ray of sunshine, pound shillings and pence.
Morning, Miss Sherman.
Good morning. Thanks. A word? I see Herman Hussler's coming in again today. Have you made a decision?
I believe so, ma'am.
Good, good. Be sure it's the right one.
In every transaction, credit or debt, sheets are all on balance, targets are met.
What objection can you have? My security is more than adequate, and Latin America is an expanding market. Have you no courage?
But Ms. Von Hussler, what I haven't been able to grasp is, what exactly is your final product?
What do you think? Money, of course.
Yes, money, but I wonder, making money out of money, is that enough?
Are you man enough to be a banker?
Assessing the market, limit the risk, split room for error. Business is brisk.
Have you come to your decision, Mr. Banks? This is a town of good people whose future depends on you.
Well, I know that.
Give us this chance. The factory could be running in weeks and expanding before the year's out. Please, Mr. Banks, I give it everything I've got.
But I believe you, Mrs. Northbrooke, and I've tried to find a way, but how can I be sure that money will be safe?
What about my workforce? They'll make it safe. My men have dreams to earn an honest living, a wife and kids, a home to call their own. If you'd invest in us today, it paves the way. I promise we'd repay the loan.
Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Northbrooke, but
Hello, Daddy.
Well, what on earth are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy?
No, and no man should be too busy for his own children. What are you here for, young man? Have you come for some money as well?
Well, hardly. What would they need the money for?
Well, it's never too early to learn its value.
I know the value of this. 6 pence.
No, that's its worth. Its value is in how you spend it. Do good and you may have good luck.
And what do you say to Mrs. Northbrooke?
Thank you.
I'll wait outside.
When I was a little boy, I would never dare interrupt my father.
Were you ever a little boy?
Well, of course, but my nanny Miss Andrew kept me out of my father's way.
What about your mother?
Well, I shouldn't think I saw either of them more than once a week.
And who would kiss you goodnight? Miss Andrew?
Well, certainly not. There was no time for hugs and kisses and all that soppy nonsense.
Oh, Daddy. When you invested the bank's money, what are you looking for, Father? A good man or a good idea?
Well, I suppose I should say a good idea, but a good man is much more valuable and much rarer.
Come along, children.
Ms. Von Hussler, I consider your arguments, but I'm afraid my answer is no.
So you can't recognize a good idea?
Well, perhaps not, but I recognize a good man when I see one.
You will regret this, Herr Banks!
A man with dreams that life hasn't broken. A man with hopes, ambitions to fulfill. A man you're certain at first glance deserves a chance. Now, Mrs. Northbrooke, what exactly could the new factory open?
Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. Poppins with Jane and Michael Banks.
She knows us.
And how's poor little Georgie? Who? Georgie Banks, your father. He used to give a slip to the nanny and come to my shop in secret. I remember Georgie used to love my gingerbread stars. Now, Mary Poppins, what can I do for you?
I did want an ounce of conversations.
I'm out of conversations. And I'm right out of words, too. Ooh, but I do have some letters.
Now let's see, what words can we make?
Monoplex?
Lapito Ferris.
Those don't count. You made them up.
And where do you think words came from for the first place? Someone had to make them up.
We can use the same letters more than once, you know. Now let's see. Super, Cali, fragilistic, expialidocious.
That's not a word.
Of course it's a word. Unless I'm very much mistaken, I find it a rather useful one. When trying to express oneself, it's frankly quite absurd to leaf through lengthy lexicons to find the perfect word. A little spontaneity keeps conversation keen. You need to find a way to say precisely what you mean. Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. When Stone Age men were chanting, simply grunting would suffice.
Though if they heard this word, they might have used it once or twice.
I'm sure the Roman Empire only entered the abyss because those Latin scholars never had a word like this.
Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. If you say it softly, the effect can be hypnosis. Check your breath before you speak in case it's halitosis. Yuck! Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. Diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-I, diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-I, diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-I, diddle-I.
You can't say it backwards, you know, which is Sociality Expeditious Fragilicalibus.
She may be tricky, but she's bloody good.
Here we go!
Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilistic, 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 expialidocious. Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious.
George, why on earth are you home so early? Is everything all right?
No, everything is all wrong. After I refused to loan the bank some money to some German chap, she went to our chief rivals, and they gave her the money, and now it looks like it's set to be a gold mine.
Well, they can't expect you to get it right every time.
Well, that's exactly what they expect.
Oh, supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. If you
That
say
is
it
more than loud enough. Now go to your room. Mary Poppins, you are here to teach the children manners, and, well, just look at them.
George, you're tired. Mary Poppins, could you please keep the children occupied in the nursery tonight?
That's not fair. Daddy loses his temper and we get shut up in the nursery. Daddy's mean and rotten and I hate him.
Janie, take that back this instant. I will not have you criticize your father. Take the children upstairs, please, Mary Poppins. George, if you have trouble, I'd like to share them.
No, don't worry, you will. But I've been suspended without salary until they decide what to do with me.
Twists and turns, ups and downs. One moment smiles, next moment frowns. But bad-tempered faces had better change quick, 'cause when the wind changes, the face just might stick. Chim chimney, chim chim, chori.
mothers, I suppose.
Not the children.
Wouldn't that be rather upside down?
Sometimes families are upside down, for a while anyway.
I don't want to be an upside down family. I wish I could just run away. Why don't you? But you miss me. No, I wouldn't.
That's enough of you two. Now into bed.
Mary Poppins, I wish you'd just leave us alone.
Be careful of the things you wish for.
Don't you ever stop?
You should govern your temper, or your temper will govern you.
I'm sick and tired of your stupid sayings and stupid games.
Just get into bed.
Well, I'm gonna go to sleep, and you can't make me.
And that, as in so many things,
Your information
is faulty. Playing the game, having a ball. Those who won't play shan't play at all. Will we meet again? Maybe when they learn to play the game. You're going then? The winds have changed. But they're good kids, Mary. Would I be bothering with them if they weren't? Besides, I can't help them if they won't let me. So they've got to do the next bit on their own. Look after them for me, then.
Where's Mary Poppins?
She's gone.
Gone?
Mrs. Brill, what does au revoir mean?
Why?
Because that's what she's written in this note. Dear Jane and Michael, keep playing the games. Au revoir, Mary Poppins.
It's French. It means until we meet again. Now come along, children, before you catch your death.
Nowhere is there a more happier crew than what sing chim chim chiree chim charoo. Chim chimani chim chim chiree chim charoo.
Mrs. Brill is the nurse in Tommy.
As tidy as I can make it, ma'am. Seeing as how for the past 6 weeks I've had all the work to do looking after the children ever since she left. And now I've had all the work to do getting the house ready to welcome her back.
If only you knew how hard it was to track her down.
Really, ma'am? Found she died.
Miss Brill, it's her, isn't it?
Well, I don't see who else.
The note says till we meet again. George, dear, you're going to be surprised.
Winifred, you know very well I hate surprises.
Oh, George, I do believe you're going to be proud of me. Hurry up, everybody. I want you to find everything. Spit, spot, stick, and spank, and span. Someone is returning to Jerry's relay.
Good morning. The Holy Terror!
Miss Andrew, it's so lovely to meet you at last. I do hope you had a good journey.
It was thoroughly unpleasant. Where did George go?
I'm afraid we had an urgent appointment.
Not so much of a house, is it?
We like it.
Well, it doesn't become belong to you, Mathew. Look at the dust. That. And that. Filth.
Now, just a minute.
Ah, you must be the children. Pity I don't suppose you know who I am.
Yes, we do. You're the Holy Terror.
Impudent boy. Why aren't you wearing stockings?
I don't like them.
Tut! What manners! I see there's not a minute to lose. These children have been spoiled. I've arrived here just in time. By chance I brought the punishment that best befits the crime. Brimstone and treacle and carbolic soap. These are the tools of my trade. With spoonfuls of sugar, you don't have a hope of seeing the changes are made. fossil, then I poured the bottle. Brimstone and treacle. Now show me to my room.
I'm disappointed. I truly am. I thought it was going to be...
With the umbrella. What are we going to do now? The only thing we can do. Run away.
What's the matter and who's after you?
The nastiest nanny in the world.
Is she really as bad as all that?
She looks like something that would eat its young. This Mathew is Daddy's nanny. She spends a lot. Poor Daddy. Ever since he stopped working, he just sits and mopes. Mary Poppins used to say he needed our help, but now it's too late.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Tell you what, why don't we start things off with a bit of a shake for good luck?
And why would shaking hands with you bring me luck?
Didn't anyone ever tell you that it's lucky to shake a chimney sweep's hand? Nah.
Michael, look, it's a real one. What's the matter? Haven't you always wanted to fly a proper kite? I've always wanted to fly a kite with Daddy.
Of course you have, but first you need to know how it's done. Get some training in and you'll make the proudest father in the whole bloomin' empire. With tuppence for paper and strings, you can have your own set of wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird in flight with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite.
Let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and set it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite.
Reel it in.
I can't. It's stuck. I'll help.
You can do it. Just one more pull.
Let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Oh, let's go fly a kite.
Don't squeeze. I'm not a sardine in a tin. And where are your coats?
We didn't have time to put them on. Country's run away.
Have you indeed?
It's been so awful since you've left us. Miss Sanders come and Daddy ruined, and we never helped him like you wanted us to.
Oh my, but your life's a tragedy. Now come along, children, and don't waddle.
But she's there. She came this morning as a surprise for Daddy.
Did she? Well, maybe I'll be surprised for her. Hello, Bert.
Welcome, Mary. You're a sight for sore eyes.
You really are. Welcome back, Mary Poppins.
Come along, children.
Are you going to shake hands with Bert for luck?
I don't need any luck, thank you.
Not like that, you stupid boy. You, stay there and clean the grains. Again! So, you decided to come crawling back, have you? Who are you?
I'm Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins! But you left without notice.
And I've come back without notice.
I see. And what do you expect me to do?
Pop!
Pah! You insolent young person! How dare you speak to me this way? Brimstone and treacle, my
and I should be angry as anything. We weren't so pleased to see you. Where's Miss Andrew?
She's gone.
Gone? Why?
She didn't give her a reason, Ned.
George?
Where is she?
Miss Andrew? She left. George, Mary Poppins is back.
Has she? Well, if I might have a word. Things have not gone well since you've left us, and...
About my wages, sir. I shouldn't take any just now. I'll prefer to let them accrue.
But if you only knew how many payments were accruing as it is...
Now I must get started. Jane Michael Spitspot.
Come along, darling. After so many years of good service, you've made one wrong decision. What's the worst that can happen?
Winifred, if I am to be dismissed by the bank, we'll be destitute.
But we'll still have what really matters. The children and each other.
You are going to stay this time, aren't you, Mary Poppins?
Let's wait and see.
Uncanny nannies are hard to find.
You need yet meet unspeakably kind.
You're practically perfect.
And yet I'm sure there's room for improvement. A few gains more.
Hello there. Bert, what are you doing up here?
And where else would a chimney sweep be?
The world's awfully big, isn't it?
And what does that tell you?
That we're awfully small and unimportant.
Speak for yourself.
Not us so much, but our troubles. They seem so big down in the nursery, but up here...
That's more like it. Troubles are never so bad when you look at them from a little higher up.
Chairman wants to see me at close of business tonight.
Tonight?
Well, we better face it. In just a few hours, I will have joined the ranks of the unemployed.
Are you quite sure?
Quite sure, so we better stop planning. Well, I never. That's where I put them.
What are they?
Oh, gingerbread stars. I hid the ones from my nanny. I used to grow up thinking I'll learn all about the stars. Funny, I haven't thought about them in years. I'm not usually sentimental.
It's good to look back sometimes.
It's that Poppins woman. She's up to all this.
I know the person. What's that thing she's always saying? A spoonful of sugar, that is all it takes. It changes bread and water into tea and cakes. A spoonful of sugar goes a long, long way. So have yourself a healthy habit every day. Well, good luck on that.
Well, thank you, Bert, and good luck to you too.
Daddy, do you remember when we came to visit you at the bank?
Oh, yes.
Well, we've each given us 6 pence. We're told to spend them carefully.
Oh, well, excellent advice. And what did you buy with that?
Nothing yet, but we've decided to give them to you.
Oh, well, I suppose Mary Poppins put you up to this.
She hasn't heard a word about it. We thought a bit of extra cash might loosen things up a little. Good night, Daddy. We do love you, you know. Mommy, Daddy's really worried, isn't he?
Yes, he is. But know that he loves you very much. That's far more important than jobs or houses or anything else.
Are you going to the bank with him?
I'd like to go, but I'm afraid it just isn't possible.
Mary Poppins says anything is possible.
You really believe that, Mary Poppins?
Anything can happen if you let it. Sometimes things are difficult, but you can bet it doesn't have to be so.
Changes can be made. You can move a mountain if you use a larger spade.
Anything can happen, it's a marvel.
You can be a butterfly or just a larva. Stretch your mind beyond fantastic. Dreams are made of strong elastic.
Take some sound advice and don't forget it.
Anything can happen if you let it.
Thanks. You turned out as being that was God's big millions and we want to know why.
Well, then I'll tell you. I refused Mrs. von Hussler's scheme because it was hollow. She talked about the assets, the profits, and the growth, but there wasn't a word about people. I apologize for ruining the bank, but I do not apologize for understanding that there are more important things in life than making money.
My dear chap, von Hussler's scheme has ruined our files and the nasty scandal since records began. We don't want your apologies, we're offering ours.
Oh my word!
And another thing, do you remember giving a loan to a fellow called Northbrooke? Well, she's repaying it and opening 2 new factories with the percentage you negotiated. But let's make a fortune.
Oh my word!
Well, that's just it. We very much hope you tell us how you did it. Just give us the word. It'll be quite deep with us.
Give you the word. Give you the word. I'll give you the word, all right. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Forgive him. It's not his fault. It's all because of his naughtiness, Andrew.
The Holy Tower! She told me everything I know.
Then now's your chance to forget it.
It's all right, darling. I've made the bank a fortune.
Really?
By the way, Reverend Penn, we'd like to offer you the job of senior manager, salary at double.
Exactly how much has he made for you?
Triple? Quadruple your present rate?
Close your mouth, George. We are not a codfish.
Well...
Oh, well, I accept, but you must understand one thing. From now on, my family comes first.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Oh, Winifred, I'm afraid I've underestimated you.
Oh, George. Anything can happen, it's official. You can choose the super or the superficial. Sally for the way we're steering. Obstacle starts disappearing. Go on, chase your dreams, you won't regret it.
Anything can happen if you let it.
Mary Poppins.
You're a fine boy, Michael Banks, and someday you'll be a fine man.
Oh, Mary Poppins, it makes me so anxious when you talk like that. Like what? All gentle and kind and not a bit like you. Be cross, Mary Poppins. To be cross again.
Is that the thanks I get for the trouble I've taken?
That's better.
Now to bed with the both of you.
It's tonight, isn't it?
Yes, Bert.
Well, goodbye then, Mary.
Cheerio, Bert. Look after yourself. With every task that is complete, there is a sense of bittersweet. The moment when you know the task is done, though in your heart you'd like to stay to help things on their way, you've always known they must do it alone. There, practically perfect, and I hope it remains so. Where's Mary Poppins?
She's gone.
Gone? How peculiar.
Oh, she'll be back. Now, Michael, what do you think of this?
It's the best thing I've seen.
Well, could we fly together?
Oh, Daddy! Mary Poppins won't be coming back. She's gone forever.
My dear, how could he possibly know such a thing?
Because we don't need her. Not anymore. And others' families will. Right, Daddy?
Well, they will.
I wonder if she's right, George. We really could do without a nanny from now on. What do you think?
Well, I think you better dance with me.
George, this is serious.
Look! A shooting star! We should wish on it.
Oh, I think we could do better than that. If you reach for the stars, all you get all the stars. But we found a whole new sphere.
If you reach for the heavens,
You get the stars thrown in. Anything can happen if you let it. Life is out there waiting, so go and get it. Grab it by the collar, seize it by the scruff. Once you started living life, you just can't get enough. Anything can happen.
father, a mother, a daughter, a son. The friend